Millennial Gaze.
Hey, what's good, y'all? It's your girl May Money, and we got the homie Katie over here to this side. Happy Monday. What is it? Kind of the beginning of December a little bit. It's December 8th. It's cold as fuck, I think, both places.
Dude, Valley Oops, I agree. Like, this has been a week, and it is freezing. It is freezing where I'm at in Pennsylvania. 22 degrees. Ugh.
Yeah. It's dropping down here. It was kind of sunny, but crisp. I think we're at like 50 degrees. It's getting colder. You know, once that sun goes down, we can get a little crispy. Wake up with some frost on windows and things like that. So I hope everybody is staying warm. Hey, Jazzy. Hey, Dahlia. And staying healthy out there. Just so y'all know, I was a little bit out of touch for the weekend when it came to the news. I was doing other things, working a craft fair that I haven't worked in a while, so I wasn't really able to pay attention. So I got Katie. She was able to really help with the rundown of the show today. But we still have a really good lineup for you and lots of fun things to talk about. So make sure you're comfortable and warm and you got your snacks and everything and cozy. And yeah, we're just going to go ahead and get into the episode today. Anything before we get started, Katie? Hey, Lizzie.
Hi, Lizzie. Stay healthy out there because, like, different flus and RSV and all the things are going around. So please be careful. Drink your vitamin C.
For sure. Okay.
So, in the world of Trumps, you should be like the Currys.
You should. So we got Stephen and Aisha Curry plan to invest $25 million over the next 5 years to enhance literacy for students in Oakland as well as San Francisco. And so today their organization is called Eat, Learn, Play. And they were actually hanging out at our school today, working at the book library. What's up, Pitchforks? It's been a minute. In the chat lurking. We're always happy with that. Yeah, and so they had like a whole book fair thing where the kids were able to go pick up books, and they do that often. They always make sure our food banks are full, especially
That's
when
awesome.
kind of go bad, and just like make sure that we have fresh produce and things. Kids are getting free meals and just making sure that they're taken care and rebuilding a lot of spaces out here in the Bay Area as well. And so I just wanted to show a little bit of news and spotlight on some really great things that are being done out here before we get into the shittiness of the news. But there are still people and, famous people out here that do have the right ideas and have the right intentions. I know that we can get down with people that aren't good, but I like to make sure that we're highlighting some of the real good people out there, and they've been doing this for years. So yeah, shout out.
Amazing.
Yeah, shout out to them. You got anything like that out there in your areas?
Well, there was a thing, I think it was over the weekend. People are getting pissed at Dolly Parton because I had seen that. So backstory, she has like these things of like, she has Dolly's library where you can get like free books sent to your house for kids under the age of like 10, I think, or something. And like she gives back, Dolly Parton like gives back to like all these charities, and she raises millions of dollars for schools and food and all these amazing things. Well, she said, I guess on somewhere, that because she's from Tennessee, because that's where Dollywood is, her theme park. She had stated that there are some racists in my family, and MAGA blew the fuck up at her. And they were like, "Well, how dare she?" Yeah, they were mad, not us. Yeah, it was like, like, she's from Tennessee. You really think she doesn't have racists in her family?
Right.
Like,
and what we need though is that we need more people to call out those racists in their family and make sure that they aren't just living a normal life, because it's not okay to be racist, and it's not okay to not know that you're racist. And if you're in proximity with somebody like that, the least you could do is call them out. You ain't gotta whoop their ass, you ain't gotta do nothing like that, but like, for real, we need more people to really call these things out and make sure that
I remember that.
okay.
I remember that Jazzy. She was also very vocal during the Black Lives Matter movement.
Mm-hmm. I think she's been one of those kind of artists that um has always been pretty
inclusive.
Yeah, from what I remember, I don't know like everything about her, but
Mm-hmm.
I never really remember her being like anti
Nope.
anybody really, and actually really kind of being one of those people to stand out for what's right. From my experience of Dolly Parton. So I'm sorry. It really sucks though. And this is something that I wanted to bring up, but I
that's also very true. You have to be inclusive.
Really
Miley Cyrus's godmother. Yep.
Right. Yeah, I guess so. No, that's yeah. But one thing that I was gonna say is, and I didn't want to show these parents again because they really make me sad and depressed. But there's this podcast called Necessary Conversations with the two kids and the two parents, and they just had one at home in Oklahoma, so they went back home, and it was like their first in-person podcast. And I mean, the dad literally was just like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. Like, if Trump were to bomb you and kill you, he must have had a reason to do so. Like, literally talking to his children like that. And so I really don't like to see families get torn apart over these dumbass motherfuckers and these evil ass people, because it's senseless. There's no reason to choose these people that don't give a fuck about you, like, at all, over your family and your own children. Yeah. And that just breaks my heart. So I didn't even want to bring that energy up in here. If y'all want to go check it out, Necessary Conversations or something like that, with it's like a white family, and they're two younger kind of millennial age children and stuff, and it's interesting, but you kind of have to be in the mood to watch some depressing shit like that. You feel me?
Did you see the video of, excuse me, the woman? She was working at like a cart. It looked like a kiosk at a mall or something, like a food kiosk. And she was like screaming at these Somalians or something about, like, I don't remember what it was, but it was all this racist stuff. And she got fired from her job because obviously. And then they still ended up raising like over $100,000 for her.
Mm-hmm. I saw that. Wasn't Godfrey talking about that? I think I saw that just recently.
That shit pissed me off.
Oh man, the Somalians are like the ones that voted for Trump. I didn't know that there was like a big Somalian population of leaders that like were all about Trump. I guess they kind of like went under the radar during the election time, but they were all here for Trump. And then he did the same thing that he did with Puerto Rico, and like they called them garbage and all sorts of shit. And now they're all like, oh, I regret. Like, oh my God, you guys, stop this shit. Stop it. Cut this shit out, because it's going to happen to everybody. It's happening to, we will get into this. MAGA is changing. There's a lot going on. It's a real unorganized and it's real messy. Some of it is hilarious. So we're going to get into it. But what I'm saying is stop following for these motherfuckers tricks. Like, they're not even tricks. They're actually quite obvious. Like, when people say like, oh, he's a liar, don't believe everything that comes out of his mouth, I'm like, actually be careful when you say that. Actually, Maybe believe some of the shit that's coming out their mouth, because they're not lying to you. They literally told you that you was garbage to your face and you still fucking voted for him. They literally said that they was going to deport all you bitches and you literally voted for him. So no, I don't even think he was lying to you at all. I think he told you straight up to your face and you just really was like, wow, that was some outlandish shit. He must be joking. He's not fucking joking, bro. None of them are.
He just remember he loves the poorly educated.
Well, shit. I mean, well, anywho, let's get into our first segment. What is it? Yeah, okay. So we got some changes. So like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure you're warm and cozy and ready to go on to our next segment. Run it.
We have some pretty major news right now. Puck News is reporting that up to 20 Republicans in the House of Representatives could retire in the next couple of weeks. Why is this big news? Well, because mass retirements happen in a political party when they know that they're not going to win the next election. You see Democrats retire often when you expect Republicans to take the House, for example. And now you have up to 20 Republicans on top of all of those who have already retired, which are many, retiring in the next couple of weeks. And what's big is that many of these Republicans are actually in safe districts, which means that they know kind of the writing is on the wall next November, that Democrats are likely to take the House, and they don't want to serve in the minority. Now, the real question here will be, how many of them retire before November? Because ultimately that will determine whether or not Mike Johnson has enough votes to remain Speaker between now and the elections. We're going to learn over the next couple of weeks what this means for the House majority, but there looks to be a mass exodus, and it's coming fast. Spread the word, follow along, stay up to date on all the news that you need to know about. There'll be more to come soon. We have some pretty...
Love our friend Aaron here. Aaron is always coming with the quick snippets and the quick information when we need it. What do you think about that, Katie?
I want to know who. I want names.
Oh, we got some of that coming up. With our next clip with Reese Waters, he goes into more detail, but that's kind of the gist of what's going on. We've been seeing it. It started with March, and now it and a whole bunch of other people are, dropping off. Some people actually have already dropped out, more like lower level, people.
Hi, Andrea.
Hi, Andrea. And so I think, a lot of he said that these people are quitting because of, they know that they're not going to win the midterms or whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think that definitely is a reason for sure, but I think there's one that we are also missing out on. I don't think people want to get caught up in the direction that this shit's going, because these people are going to jail. A lot of them are going to be going to prison, and I think people are like, okay, I'm getting the fuck out of here before y'all get me caught up, because the way that they're going to start throwing people under the bus and start outing them on Grindr and all sorts of shit, and they're going to turn their crazy ass base against them. That's another thing you have, that a variable that we cannot forget, you guys. Their base is crazy as fuck. Okay, so once they start turning on you because you said something wrong or did something that they don't like, they're more dangerous than any of us on the left will ever be. So I think there's a lot of reasons why these people are getting the fuck up out of here before it's too late. And hey, I don't blame you. At least they have some sort of self-preservation.
But we won't forget who were the ones that stayed still and let him get away with all this.
Absolutely not. And you're still going to be investigated. I'm going to let you know that right now. Like, so I don't care if you resign or whatever. If you did some shady shit, it may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, but we're going to look into your ass, and I would highly recommend, if you haven't already done some shady shit already, then get the fuck up on out of here. Maybe make that 20-30 Republicans that resign, and go retire, take your money, go be racist in your caves and your and alone.
I saw on, I think it was Midas Touch today, the senator from my area was on there on Fox News. Like he showed a clip. Ben showed a clip of Fox News, and they're like, "Oh, Senator McCormick." I'm like, "Oh God, or
So
Representative
you don't
McCormick.
like him, or you do like him?
What?
You don't
No,
like
he's
him?
a Republican. He's a Republican piece of shit.
Oh, okay.
He's
Yeah,
one of those guys that like.
I'm still learning all these people. They pop up
He-
every now and again.
He's one of those people that like hosts town halls, but they're like telephone town halls where they field the questions. Like, he's useless.
Yeah. Well, go ahead and get up on out of here then. All right, let's move on to our next one.
This is the I've had it ladies talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene on 60 Minutes.
Oh yeah, this was a good video. This is one that I was able to see.
She doesn't say the Republicans are weaponizing homophobia and scaring you. And I want to stand, I was wrong. And I want to stand with all of the LGBTQ plus Americans, or I want to stand with Black and brown Americans. She doesn't. And here's how you know that, because in this interview on 60 Minutes, here she is with, I know you are, but what am I? Yeah. Nanny, nanny, boo, boo, Republican politics. Play the clip.
The most toxic political culture, and it's not helping the American people.
But you contributed to that. You were out there pounding, insulting people.
Leslie, you've contributed to it as well with your own program. Yes, you're accusatory, just like you did just then.
I know you're accusing me, but I'm smiling.
You're accusing me.
I am accusing you.
But we don't have to accuse one another.
I want you to respond to what you have done in terms of insulting people, yelling at people, and then saying...
I'd like for you to respond for that.
Okay. There she is. There she is. There she is.
Yeah.
This is number one, exactly what Republicans do, particularly MAGA Republicans. She was asked a question for which she had to provide accountability.
It's for copyright
and
reasons.
Instead of providing accountability for the party of individual responsibility and the party of accountability, she immediately placed nanny, nanny, boo, boo, I know you are, but what am I? With Leslie Stahl, as though Leslie Stahl has run around talking about Jewish space lasers and followed Parkland shooting survivors, kids that survived a school shooting and bullied and harassed them. This is just such a false equivalency. But this has been able to live and have oxygen as a defense mechanism because the media reports it just the way Marjorie does it. You can look any night on CNN and you have a false equivalency on full display. You have somebody who is talking about the United States of America based in facts and the rule of law, juxtaposed with some fluffer like Scott Jennings, who will sit there and lie and lie and lie with impunity. And Marjorie Taylor Greene, when she gets outside of that world, she thinks that she and Leslie Stahl are on the same playing field as far as having done something wrong or provoking some sort of mistruth. It's not even comparable, but this is the only way they know how to respond. So to think that this woman is going to be able to learn about some leaked FBI memo, which, by the way, Marjorie Taylor Greene, even though you're anti-LGBTQ plus, so hard up for capitalism, you've made $28 million while you were in Congress. Despite all of that, the thing is, once you leave one marginalized group, you expose all of them. And that means you, Marjorie, because the only thing that memo really means is you have to be a Trump loyalist. You have to believe our propaganda. Otherwise, you're a terrorist. And she wanted.
I mean, that's why I was kind of, we got to wait and see, because Marjorie Taylor Greene has never shown herself to be very smart. I don't know why people are talking about, wow, she's cunning. She's so smart. I'm like, she's talking about the gazpacho soup agents and the peach tree dishes. She's been doing this dumb shit for years. So I don't know what we was expecting from her from making these moves. It just sounds like she just want to get the fuck up out of Dodge. I don't know what she wants to do, but she's not smart. She's very transparent. She always has been.
She is just staying in long enough to get that pension so she never has to work again.
And girl, you know what? I don't blame you on that one. Hey, I would do the same thing. I don't do evil and I ain't stupid like you, but I would get my money though. I ain't gonna hold you.
Their pension could choke a horse. Like their pension's ridiculous.
Yeah, I'd get paid too. I ain't gonna.
Like, pardon the toddler babble. Somebody came in to sit with me.
Okay.
I would pay good money to see like Jennifer Welsh and Marjorie Taylor Greene in like a cage match with each other, because Jennifer Welsh would eat her alive. Like, I love Jennifer Welsh.
Yeah, no, she's cool. I like too.
She though is fearless.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, no, don't move.
You think she got brainwashed? I do think I don't know much about where Marge grew up and things, but I do think that she grew up in some. She grew up into believing the things that she believes. She's very much so like a zealot. She's very much so like fanatical about the shit that she believes. Like she's like QAnon queen. You know what I mean? Like she stands 10 toes down on her business. And so that's why I don't really consider her to be a liar as much as she actually is very transparent. All these people they actually tell you exactly what they are about to your face. And
the thing though that I don't get about MAGA is there are people like her that will tell you like it is, but then there's people like Charlie Kirk or Benny Johnson who like they know what they're spreading is complete bull.
Mm-hmm.
And they're literally just doing it for like the money and the propaganda, and that's part of
and also I think there's some deeper lying issues with them that are completely different from other people. We'll get there, but she's weird, and honestly I would just like her to go ahead and get her money and just get out of our face. That would be great. Hey, I wish you the best. I hope that your base doesn't turn on you too bad and make your life a living hell, but hey, I don't know, just leave us alone if you could. Thanks, Marge. Anyway, what's next?
Absolutely. This didn't have a timestamp, but I'll just do the beginning of it, I guess.
Yeah.
Donald Trump's administration is falling apart. And honestly, I think we all could have kind of seen it coming. When you put together a Fox News White House and Fox News cabinet and Fox News Congress, you get Fox News results. It's a lot of theater, but it's just not a lot of aptitude, not a lot of ability. The only thing that binds these people together is a love of Donald Trump, a loyalty to Donald Trump. And then when the MAGA base turns on him, that loyalty dries up. Things fall apart. It's what we're seeing right now with a bombshell resignation that is just shutting down Donald Trump's whole White House. We're going to get into it all. But before we do, if I could quickly ask you to leave a like on this video. And if you haven't already and you enjoy our channel, to hit that subscribe button because it goes a long way in supporting our work. Now, before we get into this bombshell, though, and at the end of this video, a little bit from my interview with Governor Gavin Newsom that has all to do with how this White House is crumbling, I want to start with some context. What's happening in Congress, what's happening across MAGA that is leading Donald Trump to panic as his movement falls apart. And Lawrence O'Donnell broke it down right here.
That Republicans believe they have no chance of winning the House of Representatives next year. That's what Republicans believe. And they blame two people, Donald Trump and Mike Johnson. Quote, a few other GOP members messaged us over the weekend saying that they too are considering retiring in the middle of the term. Here's one particularly exercised senior House Republican, quote, this entire White House team has treated all members like garbage, all. And Mike Johnson has let it happen because he wanted it to happen. That is the sentiment of nearly all appropriators, authorizers, hawks, doves, rank and file. The arrogance of this White House team is off-putting to members who are run roughshod and threatened. They don't even allow little wins like announcing small grants or even responding from agencies. Not even the high profile, the regular rank and file, random members are more upset than ever. Members know they are going into the minority after the midterms. More explosive early resignations are coming. It's a tinderbox. Morale has never been lower. Mike Johnson will be stripped of his gavel, and they will lose the majority before this term is out. That's not a reporter summarizing what the reporter has found. That is a senior House Republican putting it in writing, in a text, saying members know they are going into the minority after the midterms. It's a tinderbox.
Can you pause it there? Yeah. What do you think about that, Katie?
You know, whenever I hear her like complain about like, oh, I'm being treated so badly, I'm being treated so poorly, this, that, and the other thing, it's like, cool. How do you think all of like these Democrats have felt in the House, and how do you think that basically anybody who hasn't supported Trump feels? Like, she made her bed, they all made their bed, and now they have to lie.
Yeah, get to laying. I thought it was comfortable. I thought this is what you guys fucked with. But it's so funny how Mike Johnson got into office was because Marge Greene and Matt Gaetz and them, they threw a big old tizzy about Kevin McCarthy. And remember Kevin McCarthy had to do like, he had to do the vote like 30 times or something before they swore him in, and then they voted his ass out, and then Mike Johnson came in. That's what happened a few years ago. And then now here we are again, his ass getting voted out. Like, I'm surprised Mike Johnson lasted as long as he did, honestly.
But you have to think they still haven't had an actual vote yet. I'll believe all of that.
Oh, no, I would not be surprised if his ass got booted out or if he resigned.
And now Matt Gaetz is in the Pentagon press pool.
Yeah, exactly. So, yay.
With Laura Loomer.
And more things are coming out about them again. You know what I mean? So, these people are just disgusting. They really need to implode already.
If you watch Saturday Night Live, the opening monologue from this week was fantastic. I highly recommend
I haven't watched it yet. I wasn't able to really hear it when I was watching. Okay.
Yeah.
What do we got next?
All I'll say is they put Colin Jost to waste for being behind a desk all these years. Like he's Pete Hegseth in the.
Oh, he's Pete Hegseth now?
In the like opening monologues. Yeah, it's great.
Oh,
all right. So now we got Alina Habba stepping down from a position that she never technically had.
I know. I'm like, wait.
Alina Habba says she's stepping down as U.S. Attorney for the District of New Jersey after the courts disqualified her. Do you have any comment on that?
Well, she's not disqualified. You've got a blue slip thing that's horrible. It's a horrible thing. It makes it impossible to appoint a judge or a U.S. attorney, and it's a shame. And the Republicans should be ashamed of themselves that they allowed this to go on, because I can't appoint a U.S. attorney that's not a Democrat, because they put a block on it. So if you appoint in Virginia or in New Jersey or in California, a U.S. attorney or a judge.
What is he talking about?
I mean, the judge situation is ridiculous. The only people that you can get by are Democrats, because they will put a hold on it. If I put up George Washington and Abraham Lincoln to be U.S. attorney in New Jersey or to be U.S. attorney in Virginia, we have Democrat senators, they will not approve them. And this is a gentleman's agreement that's lasted
maybe because
for too
they're
long,
fucking dead.
and it doesn't make it, especially in light of what's going on today. It means you can't appoint a Republican U.S. attorney, and we don't play the same game with them, but they do. And I hope that somebody speaks to Senator Grassley about doing something about the blue slip, because I'm telling you, John, I put up great people, top people, highest education, the best lawyers to be like U.S. attorney, and both senators. It only takes one, but if they're Democrat senators, they say we're not going to.
Blue slip. No.
I had a couple of them say, "Why don't you appoint Democrats?" All because Senator Grassley.
I can't listen.
I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I don't know what
I heard. I heard blue slips, and then I heard. I
don't know what he was
slips, and then I heard blue slip. I
don't know what he was mad at. I don't know. Do you guys
give me a?
I need a translator on that one. Maybe we can ask AI, put that shit to use.
Right.
Do you speak this language? Like, what the fuck was? I don't know.
That's what I heard. Blue slips. Blue slips, blue lips, Democrats.
And I don't even know what that had to do. Didn't they ask about Alina Habba? And then he didn't even describe anything about her.
And something about a gentleman's agreement.
So what happened with her? Is she gone or is she resigning?
She was never in the first place, but like now she's out of the running for the job itself, is what it is.
Okay, well, good, because
it's like, bitch, okay, bye.
Okay,
but like, okay, my thing is,
I will say, okay, go ahead, you first.
My thing is about these stupid people is they don't realize that the parties switched in like the 1800s. Like basically the Democratic and Republican party.
They just changed the name pretty much. Yeah, and you know what's hella funny is like, well, they would totally revoke if I hired George Washington or Abraham Lincoln. I'm like, well, yeah, well they're dead, so you can't hire them. So can you find someone alive? Maybe
he must have a hell of a Ouija board.
Like exactly or something. He's always talking. He's been talking about these ancient ass presidents like he was there. He's always like, we're gonna go back to 1619 when it was all great. Like, bitch, were you there?
This wasn't even a country at that point. That you want to go back to the Salem witch trials? Like,
he really do.
We're all just gonna say that he's a witch.
Maybe he does have a really good Ouija board. You might be onto something.
Ugh. Can it eat him? Take him next time.
Right.
All right. We are moving on.
All right. Like, comment, share, subscribe, you guys. Thanks for being here as always. It's always nice to hang out with y'all and talk shit about these stupid ass people. So,
oh boy, MAGA, make America gay always.
You know, we were trying to help Mike. That guy sent that to me in good faith because we were concerned about Mike's internal conflict that he was having with his sexuality. It's not a crime to be gay, okay? But to question me, who's just acting out of good faith, that's a new low. That's a new low.
Wow. When that's how you treat them, how do you expect anybody to act any differently? You know, that's horrible. You made that bed in the back of that truck. You made that bed. No, you can't hide from this at the truck stop.
You'd be a lot lizard.
Shout out to all the subscribers and the members here on the channel. Don't forget to like the video. My name is Reese Waters, and I'm Trump. They got Mike Johnson. Democrats claim Speaker Mike Johnson among slew of top Republicans expected to retire following epic rift with Trump over Epstein files. What? Not Mike Johnson. You mean this Mike Johnson? Reminder that Mike Johnson named a law school he was dean of after Predator Paul Pressler got his job because of Matt Gaetz and is now committed to protecting Donald Trump. This is not his first time at this rodeo. That's right. He did get his job because of the whole Matt Gaetz situation with Kevin McCarthy. Yeah, that's right. Wow. Mike Johnson, I wouldn't have expected this out of you. You want to spend more time with your family? No? You don't rock with your family like that?
Mike Johnson's my cousin, and if it makes you feel any better, my family thinks he's a little weasel too.
That's the Mike Johnson I know. That's definitely the Mike Johnson I know. Yeah, I can hear the familiarity.
When Mike went to college, he came back and he was really, really into ministry. For instance, he made me and my friends feel really bad about the fact that we were dating people, guys, girls, whatever. And Mike would say, you should come preach with me down at the truck stop. And apparently Mike was kind enough to go and minister with truckers in their cabins.
Oh, I bet.
Trucks. Every night, he'd bring the Bible and he'd help those men find some comfort on the road in Christ.
Did you say truckers at the truck stop? In the cab? Nah, I'm not asking no more questions about that.
You don't find that suspicious.
Right, you don't find that there.
You don't find that suspicious.
Mike says he's met his wife in church.
Pause it right there real quick. Yo, his cousin. I'm like, you at the truck stop. You at the truck stop trying to help people out. For real, bro.
You ever see a lot lizard in real life? Dude, you ever see a lot lizard in real life?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't be all up in their business as long as they ain't bothering me.
When you drive a lot like I do.
Mm-hmm.
And there's all the truck stops. Ooh. I can just picture Mike Johnson. Ugh.
Damn.
I could see him like paying for their showers and shit.
Damn, Mike, bro. It's okay, bro. We ain't shaming you because of that. But you ain't gotta be an asshole about it. You know. I know. I'm like, I don't even know if I want to be here anymore. I want off this timeline. I think I'm gonna keep going. I'm not stopping here. I'm gonna wait till the next town.
Ew. Jazzy, my friend was a trucker and he said he pulled into a stop and saw one cleaning her coochie with puddle water.
No.
Hold on.
I just know before this is over, I'm gonna need a whole lot of serious therapy. Look at my eye twitching.
Oh, where did this show end up? We have derailed. let's try to get back on track. It actually gets worse. Let's who's next?
Political punk is next.
Oh, we got another one.
Another one. DJ Khaled.
Literally, we just got to jump into the Benny land. We have to. We got to get inside Benny. That's where we're going. So I guess it all started with Milo. This was the original Benny Johnson tweet. It says, which happy-go-lucky podcast host gets trashed and has sex with young boys in the latter's hotel rooms at Turning Point conferences, leaving his wife weeping in the arms of other men downstairs and in the APAC leaflets and trestle tables, right? People chimed in and they're like, was it people were wondering if it was Crowder or if it was Benny Johnson. And now what ended up happening, though, is Milo did come out one day and say his initials are BJ.
They have proceeded in their careers extremely delicately so as to build a tent rather than to pick a side over and over and over again. Jack does it. Jack does it behind closed doors and is a very effective operator, networker, and a journalist as a result of it.
What, Alex?
And he does it. I just wish Alex would tell the truth about his sexuality. But you, no, there's something about
you gotta stop saying that.
Bad. Well, we haven't got,
like not like everybody is not gay just because
in conservative media. Yes, they are.
No, stop.
Yes, they are.
Strangely, a lot of them are. Though.
No, they are.
No, but the ones who are out
Look who's
about
talking.
It. I'm
Look
gay. I
talking.
never said I'm not gay.
Who's talking? Listen. One of the most distinctive things about the right wing in this country is its homosexual overtones. Benny Johnson posts pictures of his children every 2 days. It's weird. And everybody knows what went on with Benny Johnson in those lobbies and in those hotel rooms at SAS. Everybody knows.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Men, younger men, not underage. At least I don't know that. His wife was crying drunk in the lobby 3 SASs in a row about how her husband was upstairs with boys.
Oh, shit. Come on.
Go ask her.
Come on.
Go ask her.
Come on, Milo.
Go ask her.
Dude, she blocked me when I asked her about it.
Okay,
I will say, I did ask her about it, and she blocked me. All right?
Aren't you ever scared?
What say you about that, Katie? Oh, she muted. Okay, so I'll go first then. I love this shit. I love this shit, man, because first of all, this news is so tragic and horrible all the time. When I hear all these gays fighting in their glass closet and we could just sit and watch them just argue with each other, and I'm like, we already knew you guys were gay. I'm just watching you struggle with it, you know what I mean? And I find it to be fascinating.
Watch them just tear each other apart. At this point, it's just
hey.
This is
getting a little bit too graphic now because
this is what the inside of MAGA looks like right now.
Use this surge of fear and adrenaline to sharpen your decision making.
Okay.
Like.
Yeah. Remember that, Jazzy? And that was really gay. The way that he was around those boys.
I did see that, yeah.
And it was super gay. It was like, yeah, like we're gonna go get all the women, and all those other boys were probably gay too or curious about it. And it just seems so weird. It was just like you kind of. Like you look like you like gag when you see one. You know what I mean? Like that's how gay you are. It's okay, buddy. You know? And he looked gay, you know? Like he talks gay, he sounds gay, he looked gay. Cause he is gay. And
if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck.
Right. So just go ahead and be gay, dude. You'll be so much happier. And I think everybody else around you will be too. Especially your friends.
The 3 people that are in that podcast that we just watched, not Political Punk, the other 3, are like the 3 dumbass musketeers of MAGA.
Right.
You got George Santos, Tim Pool, and that Milo guy. Like,
yeah, the Milo guy I hadn't seen in a long time. I actually he years ago, and he kind of went away, and he came back, and I didn't dislike him as much as I usually do this time around. I was here for it. Yeah, Mike Johnson. All these people are fucking gay. JD Vance, probably like bi-curious, probably gay, looks gay, smells gay. Eyeliner
queen.
Yeah, what exactly? He's gay. It's okay.
Well, my husband and I talk about this too, but like, there's so many things that you can see. It's like there's a voice tone, and then there's like facial features. Like it's a whole thing.
Yeah, it really is. It's an energetic vibe.
And it's not something, again, it's not something you choose, and it's honestly not something you can hide.
I don't know who Larry Craig is. I don't know if I want to. Maybe this might be getting a little bit too gay for me. I'm just kidding. Another person. So they were talking about Charlie Kirk being gay. I already clocked that a long time ago. I never said anything really about it, but they were also saying that he was gay. And I wouldn't put it past him because of the way that he hated women. You know what I mean? He hated women. He hated himself. And really took it out with all that self hatred out on everybody else. Made good money off of it. Yeah. And
but who was the one? I think it was
like he was definitely kind of on the DL for sure. And, I mean, all these people hate women. They love their manly men so much, hate the fuck out of women, are forcing themselves to like be women they abuse them. Date your homeboy. Date your homeboy. That's what you want to do. Go ahead and do that. Okay. You know, like, go to the street, as long as you're not hurting anybody.
They're just mad that women are getting the dicks that they want.
Yeah, that too.
Because being in the closet must be exhausting.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, even the gay men are like, I would rather get married to a woman because fuck y'all. You know what I mean? Y'all acting stupid. So,
I think this is kind of the same thing, but it's Dawn talking about it.
Oh no, but it brings up Nick Fuentes.
Ah, yes, that little rat.
Uh-huh.
Well, if you don't remember, here he is.
That's obvious to me. I've been around a long time. I know it when I see it.
Yeah, and I will say I don't understand it. We were very kind to him. Like I truly, like we almost said, like we felt maybe he was a bit lonely. We should invite him back for dinner. I mean, that's how good of an experience I had.
It's clearly.
And then it was a 180. So it's either A, it's being driven from like a little boy insecurity, and he just was so worried that he like just went on the attack because he doesn't know how to have normal relations after being banned everywhere.
Well, I think there's that
could be one element.
The angry gay kid thing going on.
Yeah. Or it's what you're saying, where he does this, he's lying to everybody and pretending that things are one way when it's not. I can say
why is he attacking Joe Kent, who, I mean, Joe Kent worked as a CIA contractor, paramilitary contractor. He's in the U.S. military for years fighting our neocon wars. And his wife was killed in Syria in one of those wars. Joe Kent is the single most sincere critic, and I would say the one with the most credibility in the United States to say this foreign policy is bad. It killed my wife. I was a part of it. Joe Kent is actually someone the CIA doesn't like at all because he understands how it operates. And for Nick Fuentes, who's like some child from Chicago, to go after him specifically, one congressional seat in Washington State.
That is random.
It's not random, though. It's the opposite of random. Joe Kent was number one on the list of people they wanted to knock off, people who believe in our neocon foreign policy. They wanted Joe Kent out because he could stand up and say, I actually know. I've got the receipts. My wife was killed in Syria. You had to take that guy out. And Nick Fuentes, this child, this weird little gay kid in his basement in Chicago, is participating in a super PAC to bump off Joe Kent.
This weird little gay kid, did he say, in his basement? They're obsessed with it. So, but after that interview, Tucker Carlson actually had Nick Fuentes on his program, and it seemed like they had a really nice conversation. But apparently Nick Fuentes didn't think, because Nick Fuentes came out and said, I think that he's a fraud, that he's a handler. Now, I thought he was talking about Peter Thiel, but producer Peter, who knows this stuff, Peter.
Okay, you can pause it here.
By the way, he gets mad when I say that.
You can pause it here.
But Tucker responded.
So, I mean, these people are throwing each other under the bus, is what I'm starting to see. Everybody coming out with everybody information. Everybody in here is gay as fuck. And now that people are starting to be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm about to air out somebody else's dirty laundry because I'm trying to get up out of here. I'm gonna resign. That dude's gay. Look over there. You know what I mean? So,
No, like they are
Mhm.
just eating each other alive, and I am 100% here for it because they're all involved in all this underground
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
Bye bye, Emma.
At
Bye-bye.
least we can, as horrific as all this shit is and how terrible these people are, at least there's something we could get and be a little bit slightly entertained by, you know?
Yeah, because that
at it sometimes.
we at least deserve that at this point.
Yeah, totally.
Because this is all this is
let's see who else is.
Well, this was you talked about this.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you want me to play it still?
Yeah, go ahead and play.
This is from a year ago in a town I didn't know existed in Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
I love Latrobe. You know why? The home of Arnold Palmer. This was the home of my friend Arnold Palmer. And he loved Latrobe. You know, he turned out to be one of the greatest golfers in the world. But Arnold Palmer was all man. And I say that in all due respect to women, and I love women. But this is a guy that was all man. This man was strong and
I like
tough.
the video of the guy.
And I refuse to say it, but when he took showers with the other pros, they came out of there, they said, oh my God, that's unbelievable. I had to say it.
Oh, yeah, you did? Yeah, you had to say that? I bet you did. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Well, he also, don't forget he also gave a microphone a blowjob.
Yeah, dude's gay. Well, that was the most blatant time. I was like, oh, wow.
Also, and the fact of him, like, blaring Phantom of the Opera outside the White House.
Oh, yeah. And then, I mean, he loves, like, Ave Maria and shit. I don't know. YMCA.
It's weird how MAGA men...
his favorite...
Emma, hold on.
His favorite dance.
It's weird how MAGA men will think Trump is being funny there, but if someone on the left says it's gay. It's very true.
So,
or like Jesse, I think it was on iHip.
We're really being terrorized by repressed gay men. I think that's really what's going on. You know, we need to help these gays come out of the closet and let them know it's okay. It's okay to be gay.
You didn't have to bring the dance and do it. So let's look at somebody who actually cares about the LGBTQI plus community and was honored by them.
And this is what a real president looks like, you guys.
When I was growing up, whenever something bad happened, I used to be stutter and people made a lot of fun of me. A lot of us. My dad would look and say, Joey, just get up. Get up, Joey. Get up. Well, folks, that's my message to all of us today. This is no time to give up. It's time to get up.
Yeah.
Get up and fight back. It's about protecting the Constitution. Some of you are old enough to remember back in 2012, I went on Meet the Press. Got myself in a bit of trouble. But good trouble.
Yeah.
Because they remained silent. We had this whole plan to let them grow. Anyway. I told you the truth. I expressed my support for gay marriage a little earlier than some folks had been expecting it. Well, that comment got all the attention. But we're an idea. A strong idea. Stronger and more powerful than any dictator or any army. That in America, we hold these truths to be self-evident. All men are created equal. all deserve to be treated with dignity throughout their lives. And all of us, each and every one of us, deserves that. And when I was growing up, whenever something bad.
Man, I know he old and ancient and about 1 million years old, but damn it.
You know,
I'll take
something
it.
that something that people don't remember is that at the start, Obama was not really for gay marriage. But like Biden right away, spoke out with his views. And for the most part over the years, he's really stuck to his beliefs.
And I think Michelle had a lot to do with switching over Obama's change of mind on that.
I'm sure he did, and I'm sure she did. I'm sure Biden did too.
Yeah. I remember watching this one show. It's called like the First Ladies of the White House or something. They had like reenactments of kind of like Betty Ford, Viola Davis played Michelle, a few other actresses, and there were like 4 stories that we followed. I forget the other 2, but anyway, really good. Oh, Eleanor Roosevelt, and then one more.
Something that people don't realize.
It kind of went back into the backgrounds of the first ladies. So it's on HBO. If you haven't watched it, it's called like the First Ladies or something like that. It's actually really good.
Something about Biden that I always have just respected. We know a lot of his life story between like the stutter and then him losing his first wife and daughter in that horrific car crash, and then losing his son Beau and everything Hunter went through. People who have gone through the ringer in life are the more open, empathetic ones. Because I hate to even compare the two, but I mean, look at Biden's life versus like Trump's life. He's never had anything happen to him. And even if he did, they always made like money make it better. And like Biden came from like a working class family. He had real struggles. Speech impediments are not easy. I had one. I had one till I was in 3rd grade. And like every time people would
kind of like pop out a little bit. It's something that kind of sticks with you for a while or forever, really.
Well, I mean, yeah, you can get through it, but there's still like so anytime they would make fun of him for like his pauses and stuff, it's not his brain. It's not. He just needs a second.
Yeah.
His stutters are.
Yeah, I don't know why you're sitting here like thinking that it's funny, funny as grown asses supposed to be making fun of people for something like that. He ain't done no evil, as far as I'm concerned, to anybody. And put that ire and put all that hate towards somebody that actually deserves it. You know what I mean? Somebody's actually displaying these fucked up characteristics that you hate so much. So why can this man fall asleep all over the place, call people retarded and all sorts of shit all over the internet, like, and all sorts of shit?
Did you see that people are literally driving by Tim Walz's house and screaming the R word?
I did see that, like right before we got on.
His daughter like spoke up about it, just saying, you people are cowards. And I still remember when I watched the DNC, and I said to my husband when I watched how his family embraced him, and I said they're gonna make fun of that, and they did, because they love to especially make fun of men who like cry and actually show emotion. But at the end of the day, that's more of a strong man than putting up this alpha.
Ain't no man like Tim Walz, and even his son are gonna be fazed by these people, because these people are. If I had to really find a word, that might actually be the word that I would use for you. I don't say that word like flippantly, but well, as it defines you. You know what I mean? Like, we really had to go there. But so you're just looking in a mirror when you do shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Andrea says that's why women can't find a man.
I know. Ooh, it's getting real rough out here. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I don't. Just for myself, like I don't understand why women, especially, like think they need to be controlled or like. I learned at a very young age. Y'all can't control me.
Yeah, I don't know. It just depends on who you are.
I like that, pitchforks. I don't understand why it's called alpha. It should be called what it is. These motherfuckers are peacocking.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
They definitely caught something.
Because the male peacocks are the ones with the big feathers. The females are brown.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They definitely doing the cocks. Yeah, they definitely cocking. That's what I heard. You know. Oh man. All right.
All right. Moving on to our next segment. In case you missed it, some more shit has happened because, of course, it has. This is one that really pisses me off.
We are back with breaking news. Moments ago at a key CDC hearing, a group of vaccine advisors to U.S. Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. just voting on changing the hepatitis B vaccine schedule, a shot that's been given at birth for decades. MS Now's Brandy Zadrozny is joining us with this reporting. Explain to us, Brandy, what just happened?
Yeah, they had delayed this vote from yesterday after a bunch of presentations from anti-vaccine activists and no career CDC scientists. All of the meeting yesterday, people were saying, show us the data that there is any harm in hepatitis B vaccine.
Oh my God.
And show us any data that it doesn't save thousands of children from being infected and lives later on from liver disease and cancer. And no data was presented. And yet, despite that fact, today, just a couple of minutes ago, 8-3, they passed this new recommendation. And these new recommendations can be kind of confusing, but basically they're limiting the hepatitis B recommendation to, they're not recommending it for parents or mothers who test negative for hepatitis B. And what that does, it sounds like, well, that might work, right? But what it does, doctors say and experts say, is just create weird roadblocks and misunderstandings of who should be tested and when. And there's a huge safety net and people fall through because we live in the United States of America and our health system is not perfect. But even one of the voting members, Cody Meisner, said at the end of the vote today, he looked very distraught and he said, you know, as doctors, we pledge an oath to do no harm and this vote will do harm.
So now they're saying some newborns should get the shot, but others who are babies shouldn't?
Yeah, absolutely. And it kind of goes along with their whole thing about like parental choice and individual choice, but public health doesn't necessarily work like that.
That's right, Brandy. Thank you for bringing us that. I'm going to bring in Dr. Deborah Howery, who is the chief medical officer.
Well,
okay. The thing that really pisses me off that I've been seeing recently about the stuff regarding like vaccines, I've been seeing people that are like in the medical field. Well, okay. They work for doctors. They're not doctors themselves, but like they schedule, they're like secretaries and or nurses or stuff like that. And these people that are like praising not getting vaccinated. I know that there's some people that have had issues. Like I have a friend who their child passed away like a couple days after he took the COVID vaccine because he had an unknown heart condition. And those are tragic. Like I can't even imagine. And I understand that with especially newer vaccines, it's not tested great a lot. Or, you know, there are some people who have these like underlying conditions that, you know, we don't know things about. But there's also this thing called herd immunity.
Mm-hmm.
And Hep B, especially, can be transferred by a lot of things.
Yeah.
Give me.
Like hella shit.
Okay.
And there's no cure to it.
Any type of bodily fluid. Like, it doesn't have to be...
It can pass through childbirth, I think.
And it doesn't have to be like sexual. It can
Mhm.
be a mother has it to a child,
Mhm.
or like shared personal items like tissues, or not tissues, razors, toothbrushes,
Metal for
like yeah, mother to child transmission, nail clippers,
Yeah.
even the stuff that has like the smallest bit of blood or anything that you can't even see. You can also get it from coughing or sneezing, hugging, kissing, shaking hands, sharing utensils, sharing food or drink, and or drinking contaminated water. Like
Sounds like you can't do shit if you don't got that damn something preventable. Like that shit sound like it's gonna kill your ass no matter what you do. You can't
and
even
like
live.
this is
The fuck?
Is it not odd they promote having babies, but when the babies are born, it's basically F those babies, they don't matter. That's exactly what it is. And it's not, this is not a pro-life movement. This is a pro-birth movement. But once they're born, we don't give a shit. We don't
That's
care if
what
they're in the
I don't know if I showed that. I didn't, but it was a
like, we don't
Julie episode, that one with Tim Miller, the very last dude that went on. So if you guys want to go and watch it, please do. But he pretty much was just like, he didn't give a fuck about the women. He didn't give a fuck about, he really didn't give a fuck about the child, but he cared so much about the fetus, but didn't care about the woman or the child afterward. Didn't care about the father really of the child. It was so weird. And they just don't have any sort of like empathy. It's like literally devoid of it or something. It's bizarre.
well, and that's and like too, we don't
articulate like what he was even trying to really say, you know.
And like we don't have any type of like maternal care, paternal care, like after you have a child, or even vacation time before you have a child. Because like once you hit the like week before you're due, it is some of the most miserable times. Like you don't want to do anything, and they don't care about you taking care of yourself. Like they just care about making money and bringing more Christian babies into this world, which is just,
and again, they don't care about even if you survive the having the kid at all.
oh yeah, I'm sorry, but and I understand that like some people want to like have the experience of childbirth. You want to do that? That's your prerogative. Me, give me the damn drugs. Like there's no way. I when I went in to have my daughter, like a month or two before she was due, they ask you at like the OB, they're like, what's your birth plan? And I said, get her out the safest way you can, and give me whatever drugs I can have and anything to not make me feel pain. I know I'll feel pain, but like do it the safest. It's whatever the doctors decide. Because Jazzy says I prefer a stork.
Yeah, is that an option? Is that?
Wait. Because I'm sorry, like these. You are not a doctor. Like you didn't go to medical school. And I am so pissed with this shit with RFK about like literally one of the senators that voted for him is a doctor, and he's a liver doctor specifically, which is affected by Hep B a lot.
It, you know what's crazy, that I just, why do sorry, I got distracted by a comment here, so I kind of forgot. If it's important, it'll come back to me. Anyway, do we have another thing going on in here? Oh, RFK. It was about RFK. Before we move on, dude sounds like a fucking vibrator losing battery, bro. What the fuck? What about
put a lawnmower in a blender?
How anything in like around him looks like he should be telling you about your health. Like, do you not see him? He said he drank raw milk and ate bear head or dead whale meat.
He
or something.
swam in literal sewage with his grandchildren.
He's a fucking Looney Tune, bro. I don't know why we are. He is the biggest joke, the biggest like play in your face dude. You know.
He also literally flew on a plane with no shoes or socks.
Yeah, he's just like gross. Ew. I don't know why we're even entertaining this fucking idiot.
Well, he also claimed that there was a new one that his voice got like that because of it was either he was trying to say it was the COVID shot or the flu shot. I'm like,
man, he said he got brain worms. I ain't never heard of nobody that got brain worms ever.
You know why he says that? Because he was a heroin addict for years, and the drugs literally rot parts of your brain. And it's nothing against addicts. I understand that people have their addictions and they have their issues, but like,
hey, I know plenty of crackheads. They ain't never had no damn brain worms, okay? So
well, and also too,
he does hate women.
And also, yeah, he does hate women. There was a thing too where like he recently found out he was cheating on his wife or something, and she goes on like The View and shit and talks about like, oh, I don't think my husband needs a background in his job. Bro, you people are just enabling all this bullshit. It needs to stop. This is so dangerous. And
does ivermectin help with the brain worms? Maybe y'all need to go ahead and drink some of that.
Like, oh my god, this is all so dangerous. And the thing that's so bad about all of this, and it's not just RFK, it's everything and everyone that he has brought in. This is so dangerous because this is not just going to affect the now, this is going to affect us for years, even as we try to rebuild.
For a long, long time. Honestly, Katie, I was talking about this with in the Discord on Why I Hate Politics, like their after hours conversation. And we were like, I don't think people like our millennial age people, I don't think we're gonna really we're not gonna like see the coming through this. I don't think. I think we're really gonna not really see this world look normal. We might help get it, but I don't think we're gonna see it. Not in the way that this shit's going.
Yeah.
It sounds dark, it sounds bleak, but you know.
Yes and no, Pitchfork. So he says the stupid people he brought in are far less dangerous than the evil people he brought in, like Stephen Miller. It's hard though to differentiate which ones are evil and which ones are actually that stupid.
Yeah.
Pete Hegseth, yeah, she's stupid.
He's stupid as fuck.
Stephen Miller, he's evil. Christy Noem, she's a line of both, I feel. I feel like she's both stupid and evil.
Yeah.
But it's unsure which is more. And like,
then the ones that are really the most dangerous are the cowards, because they'll flip any which way. Those are the ones that will really try to play you and really that's hilarious. And really like flip flop on you and really hold back on what the cowards are the ones you really gotta watch out for. Stupid people, you can read them a lot easier than you can cowards. So
I think they're all cowards because
but I mean like extreme, like top level. It just depends on which bad trait kind of outweighs which one in each person. You know, like Mike Johnson.
But it took this long for them to find somebody like Trump to be like their mouth, because you know that there's 95% of all this stuff is not him. It's all these people behind him, like Stephen Miller and all these evil people. And it's just like, that's something that when and if we get out of this, like we need to address.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how we address it at this point, but we need to.
Well, we're going to have to completely dismantle the system, right? Like, we're going to have to completely just start fresh. Like, no, and really, like, no more systemic racism, no more redlining and all this bullshit. You know, make sure everybody has health care and make sure everybody has, you know, like, take the big money out of shit. Give people their land back, cut it out with all this fucking bullshit immigrant shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's time to really, because I'm not, after all of this, we're just gonna go back to like how it was 4 or 5 years ago. No. We have the opportunity out of all of this to start fresh for good, something that is sustainable and peaceful and healthy. But we are over here building on just straight up sludge and toxicity and just horrible evil and greed, and we haven't been addressing it. Nobody's being held accountable for the shit that they do. So we can't start, like, America's gonna have to look brand new. We might need to rewrite the whole Constitution. You know what I mean? We might really need to fortify a lot of these laws and make sure everything is clear, and so that something like this can't happen again as well. We got to put in parameters, you know?
I agree, Jazzy. I don't think a two-party system is working, but I don't know how we can.
It's working the way that it's supposed to. You know, it's working for them.
What was it? Isn't Germany have like 5 parties or something crazy?
I don't know. I don't know much about how they really reformed afterwards.
But
that's something I would be interested in to look into, though.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point too, Andrea. It only works if people are honest. And right now, people are not honest. So moving on from this, we've got some news about the Department of Ed that people seem to be overlooking.
You know, I keep you updated about what's going on regarding the federal workforce. And I want to focus on the U.S. Department of Education. You know, the Trump administration has had its sights set
come on, internet.
On that agency to dismantle it. So much so that some of the functions that are under the Department of Education have been reassigned to other agencies. And that move hasn't exactly been going well. Well, right now, the U.S. Department of Ed is dealing with a significant number of civil rights complaints, so much so that about 250 workers that are currently on administrative leave that they've tried to lay off through reductions of force are now being called back to work, at least on a temporary basis, to help with this backlog of cases. Now, officials with the agency say that this is not a permanent move by any means, that they'll continue to work their way through the legal process and formally separate with these workers, but they do need to bring them back into the office, at least in the interim, to deal with this extended caseload. While the Trump administration is trying to dismantle the agency, the Department of Ed, it takes an act of Congress to formally do that, something that we did see with USAID. We do have a new episode of Federal Workforce Fallout streaming right now on WUSA 9 Plus that looks at the impacts to federal workers that took that deferred resignation program.
So even though, like, it's not a huge thing, they are hiring people back, even if it's just for something. Even though it's just for just like caseloads and stuff. But you know, people are starting to realize that these things are here for a reason. It's like they want to scream about small government and shit, but like,
well, yeah, these things are here for a reason, but also, I hope people are starting to realize that the way that our system and our government isn't consistent. It's not sustainable, because look at how many things they've backtracked on. You know what I mean? Like, they fired and hired back some people that Elon Musk fired, you know, like right kind of towards the beginning of the administration. I forget who it was.
Doge is already completely gone.
Yeah, so exactly. A lot of those people were reinstated, and then some people weren't, and it was a big old mess. And I mean, look at SNAP benefits. That got backtracked and then re-implemented, and then now they're trying to do something again and backtrack it again. That's why I was saying I think California and maybe all sorts of other states need to just have their own sort of state-run food assistance program, because this shit is just too wishy-washy, too back and forth, too unreliable when we have idiots running the program, right? And so that's what I think we need to really look at, and people need to realize it's like I would like my government to be like consistent. So I know when I need to address some shit, but I also know that I can take a nap and I can go work on some other shit and worry about some other shit, and y'all will be running the way that it needs to be run, and I can go on about my day and worry about other shit. You know what I mean? But having to watch damn politics every fucking day is exhausting, because these people, you can't turn your back for 1 second or they're gonna blow some shit up. Like, it's too much, you know?
So there was another thing that happened this weekend. As I call it, the Kennedy Center dishonors.
This year's Kennedy Center honors brought the entertainers and politicians together in our nation's capital last night. The mostly musical group of honorees features country legend George Strait, Broadway's Michael Crawford, disco queen Gloria Gaynor, and the rock band Kiss. Sylvester Stallone rounded out this year's class. And the president added his own brand to the show. Vlad is here with a look at his unprecedented role.
Nate, good morning. The president didn't attend a single Kennedy Award ceremony in his first term, but this year he was all in after assuming the role of chairman of the Kennedy Center Board. He helped choose the honorees himself and even tapped himself as host. It's the first time a sitting president has led one of the most extravagant nights in Washington.
They're among the greatest artists and actors, performers, musicians, singers, and songwriters ever to walk the face of the earth.
High praise from the president as he introduced this year's star-studded class of Kennedy Center honorees. The key to their success, he says, persistence.
Some of them have had legendary setbacks, but in the words of Rocky Balboa, they showed us that you keep moving forward. Just keep moving forward.
With Rocky is where the night's tribute started. Sylvester Stallone's Tango and Cash co-star Kurt Russell recalled watching the film's iconic fight between Rocky Balboa and Apollo Creed for the first time.
And then the spellbound audience, all of them started screaming, "Stay up, Rocky, stay up!" It was and still is the greatest audience reaction.
The night moved to music with a tribute to Michael Crawford, the Tony-winning star of The Phantom of the Opera, one of President Trump's favorites.
You really do love the Phantom of the Opera.
Plenty of country stars took the stage, from duo Brooks and Dunn to Miranda Lambert, to honor the king of the genre himself, George Strait. As for the queen of the night, and
George Strait never
Gloria
wrote his
Gaynor,
own songs. Just want to point that out.
Elle King belted out the singer's iconic 70s anthem, I
That
Will
is
Survive.
never written that's been popular.
And for a grand finale, the surviving members of the glam rock band Kiss was honored with electric performances. Celebratory
This
and
sucked.
emotional night for the group, whose guitarist Ace Frehley died in October. As the commander-in-chief watched from his presidential box, he didn't shy away from the spotlight in between acts and solidified his takeover of the center.
Trump Kennedy Center, Kennedy Center, I'm sorry.
The president also put another touch on the event with new medallions that were handed out to the honorees on Saturday, which we previewed right here on CBS Mornings. You can watch the 48th annual Kennedy Center.
First of all, I ain't watching that shit.
I hate this timeline so much. What a crock of shit.
You know, he probably had to pay people to even sit in there for him. The one that I am disappointed about, though, is Sly Stallone, because
Right.
but Sylvester Stallone is also good friends with
who?
With is good friends with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I know he doesn't like Trump, but he's a big Republican. So it could be more that Sylvester Stallone is more Republican than MAGA, but still. Also, Michael Crawford, I don't like to talk badly about Broadway people, but he's been technically irrelevant for a long time because he lost his voice. He lost his voice, so he couldn't, like, after he did Phantom of the Opera, that was it.
You know,
and he became irrelevant. Kiss, that rock band is just, I don't like them. They're way too commercial, but also I will never forget when Robin Williams died that Gene Simmons was basically like, suicide is not a real thing. Depression's not a real thing. He deserved to die. And I was like,
Oh, hell no. That was terrible. I remember that.
Hi, Marley.
Hey, Marley.
Yeah, so.
And you know, I'm just like,
if you want the real, like,
sure, you guys. Now we're giving this full fake medals. Like, why are we still doing?
Okay, so as somebody who's a huge soccer fan, football, soccer, we know that FIFA is a fucking corrupt organization. We've known that for a long time. And the president of FIFA currently is also a horrible human being. But, like, there is a sense of camaraderie about the World Cup that is unlike anything else. It's very different even from, like, the Olympics. And there are some really amazing teams, and there's some really amazing players. United States, if they don't get, they should get past the group stage, but they're not going to make it much further because they suck. They kind of suck, even though I love their coach. But, like, I get it. I totally get, wanting to boycott it. The ticket prices are absolutely insane, even in the ones in the United States. Like, I don't think it's going to be very filled stadiums, for sure.
Well, yeah, the way that they're upticking on ice and stuff right now, too. I don't think it's going to be very successful at all.
Especially because they're, especially there's some countries, there's 4 countries that have never been in the World Cup before. And let's just say that most of their occupants are not white. So I don't know how well that's going to go over here.
I think we need to be on timeout. We don't need to be inviting no house guests over right now. I think we need to, not do that right now. I don't think now is the time to invite people over. We didn't clean the bathroom. Our fucked up cousin is at the house. You know what I mean? Didn't clean up after the pets. It's just too much. Too much.
So just to end our things. Hold on. Before we get to our exit message, somebody announced some fun news today, and I'm just going to let this play.
How about this new one they have? Their new star, Crockett. How about her? She's the new star of the Democrat Party, Jasmine Crockett. They're in big trouble.
But you have this woman, Crockett. She's a very low IQ person.
I watched her speak the other day. She's definitely a low IQ person. Crockett. Oh, man. Oh, man. She's a very low IQ person.
Somebody said the other day she's one of the leaders of the party. I said, you got to be kidding.
Now they're going to rely on Crockett. Crockett's going to bring them back.
Hell yeah. Go for it.
Especially
How about
because
this new-
her seat might be taken in Congress anyway. But
go for it, girl.
Yeah, I love that. Just like the that she's using his voice memos, and it's just her being like,
yeah. Yeah. Ugh. Burn some sage, girl, after that one.
So before we get to our little exit thing message, check out May's current Substack. It's amazing. Yeah. I will try now, since my life is less chaotic, to be writing more and doing more. But seriously, read her stuff. It's really good.
Well, thank you, Katie. Yeah, this is just a little fun doodad that I felt inclined to go ahead and write. So check it out on the Substack. There ain't no paywall in front of it or anything. Just support. Spread the word if you enjoy the article. Comment on it too. Anywho,
this gives me, my haters are my fuel energy, and I love it. Yes. So for our exit message, I found this on Facebook earlier. I don't know if y'all have ever watched the TV show the West Wing. I think Don talks about it. Or no, does he watch Boston Legal? I don't know. But it's a great show. I highly recommend it. This is after Annabelle. This is after a reporter asked something about Christianity or something, but his response is
one that's really important, because we've got a lot of sports fans in this town. Touching the skin of a dead pig makes one unclean. Leviticus 11:7. If they promise to wear gloves, can the Washington Redskins still play football? Can Notre Dame? Can West Point? Does the whole town really have to be together to stone my brother John for planting different crops side by side? Can I burn my mother in a small family gathering for wearing garments made from two different threads? Think about those questions, would you? One last thing. While you may be mistaking this for your monthly meeting of the Ignorant Tight-Ass Club, in this building, when the president stands, nobody sits. Toby.
Yes, Mr. President.
That's how I beat him. Here's one that's really important, because we've got a lot.
Did he say that's how I be?
I forget how. What
is that the last line he said? That's how I be.
I don't remember. Let me see. It might say it at the bottom. Oh, that's how I beat him.
Oh, so that's how I beat him.
His opponent.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that is just. Oh my god, that's a great show. And what was his name? Lawrence O'Donnell wrote for it.
Oh,
he
that's
wrote a bunch of.
cool.
He was
I
like
didn't
the.
know that.
Yeah, he either wrote for it or he was like the political consultant for it to
For
help,
sure.
because I think he worked in DC for a while. He was he was something. I don't remember exactly what, but it's a great show, and it just reminds me of like this is kind of what this shit's supposed to be, because this weekend was a lot. Like I got to points where I was like trying to follow stuff, and then I was just like, I have to stop for my own sanity.
Yeah,
Like this,
yeah. I'm glad that I had a lot of other things to do. Right, Annabelle?
She does not look. She does not look pleased with you. We met. You had your craft thing. We met. We got photos with Santa this weekend, so that was fun.
Yeah. I'm glad. Yeah, it was nice to kind of check out of the media sphere for just a little bit and just hang out with some friends I hadn't seen in a while and stuff, because I was just kind of like, a lot of it was a lot of just nonsensical stuff. Some of it was just kind of developments on things that we've already been kind of talking about, that we've spun through the cycle a few times already, you know? So I was just like, fuck it. We can do some other shit. Right, Annabelle?
I think that just the thing for me with like the one that just really pissed me off was the like was the Hep B vaccine stuff, and how these people are all like, ooh, all these like whiny alpha men are like, ooh, my body, my choice, don't let me put that poison in me. Oh my god, I'm just so sick of like these whiny people. And then those are also the people that the second their kid gets sick, they're the ones bitching, why aren't you helping me right away?
Mm-hmm. I
And
know this manosphere, which also sounds gay, you guys. So I would find a new name for that one. But it's just like it's really toxic, and it's gotten a little bit too far. I think it's gotten way too messy. Now we got women, like disgusting women, like also chiming in and adding to this disgusting behavior that has just become normalized and acceptable. And I don't know, it's just like I really wanted to check out of the non-sensory bullshit for just a day or two, because that should be tiring, man. You know, it's just, and it doesn't seem like we're moving anywhere. We're not moving forward in any way because we're not doing anything about it. We're not holding people accountable. So read that article because it really kind of sums it all up as to why we're here in the first place. And yeah. So anywho, any last thoughts?
wait a minute, I'm going to our favorite website. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, man. The last time I checked it, it was, let's just say, not this much. Give me a sec.
Oh, man, I'm kind of scared to look.
It's almost 2,000.
Wait, hold on. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Whoa. It was 19, like, whoa. It was like
Yeah.
1908 or something the last time I looked at it.
Yep.
And that was like last week.
That was like a week ago.
Yeah. What the fuck, bro? And we just letting this motherfucker done racked up almost 2,000 worth of crimes just from January 20th. That's not even like the entire time this bitch been up in office, bro.
Oh, here's another one. Another thing to look at. Hold on. Project 2025 is 50% complete.
No! What was the newest thing? Because it was at 48 for hella long.
Mm-hmm.
That's scary. What's the newest thing?
Let me look. I'll have to let me look without this being on here for a second, then I'll see what I can find.
Yeah, no, totally. No, that's actually, I was waiting for that to tick up.
Okay, they have.
Yes.
So, okay, something that I just saw is the overall progress distribution. So 40% of it has not been started. 67 or 21% is in progress, and 39% is completed. So, and then the big ones that are the top 10 agencies being affected. The top one is DHS. And then here, let me see. I closed a window. Hold on. So this one is DHS, this first one. Then, so the blue means completed, the green means in progress, and the orange means not started. So education has completed 8, in progress 6, 9 have not started.
Damn.
HHS completed 5, in progress 5, not started 12. Energy 8 completed, in progress 6, not started 5. Labor, so on and so forth. But there's labor, DOJ, USDA.
Can you look at the DOJ?
Okay, DOJ completed 9, in progress 3, not started 6. Like,
damn. Yeah, they definitely upticked on that.
That's a great question, Jazzy. If they lose the midterms, how are things going to pass? I don't know exactly how that works.
I think nothing will pass. They're going to be lame duck. So that's what a lot of them have been saying. They're like, well, they know that they're going to lose like seats and stuff, and they don't want to be in the minority, especially if you're not going to have any power and they're already going like crash course into oblivion anyway. I think a lot of people are just jumping ship and they don't give a fuck what's passing or what's not passing at this point. I think that a lot of people are like, all right, we're off of this train and abandoning.
Well, and also too, we're just not following any type of
rules
orders or rules, because
Yeah.
he just thinks that he can fucking post on Truth Social and it becomes law, or executive orders are automatically law.
Damn near, that's what he's been doing damn near anyway. So and nobody's doing anything about it. So yeah, there's a lot that goes into it, and it's really annoying. But anyway,
I don't really know, Jazzy. I don't know. I think that
No,
when it gets to the point of being like certain orders, I guess, or whatever being distributed, I think that's when a lot of the states are going to step in and be like, no, we're not doing this.
yeah. And then also when this is all said and done, I'm pretty sure we're just gonna be like, all right, all this shit is null and void. We throwing all this shit out. You know,
which is what he's literally trying to do with everything Biden did at this point.
Exactly.
This'll
We're gonna have to think outside the box when it comes to turning this around. We're gonna have to just be like, just trash everything.
He can't go to the Supreme Court for everything.
Point, the Supreme Court got to go too. I'm sorry. All them motherfuckers need to go. Sorry, Ketanji, but like, you know, love you.
Well, we need stricter rules.
You can get your job back after we completely just clean house. You know what I mean? If you ain't an evildoer and you get your job back, sure, fine. If you really are like who you say you are and about your shit, you shouldn't have any problem getting your job back, for real, or more judges. And some people really need to go to jail. I think they're members of the Supreme Court that have completely done like treasonous acts and stuff, and they can equally.
What was it? The one that's Clarence Thomas should just get on the bus and go straight to jail.
All them motherfuckers. They can go. What's that other one?
Brett Kavanaugh, John Roberts. Is that Justice Roberts?
Him, and then there's one that it starts with S, but not Sotomayor is the other one.
And then there's also what's her face, the Handmaid's Tale, as they call her.
Yeah, Amy Coney. She been quiet though. She likes to stay under the radar a little bit. I noticed she ain't really about all that business. Maybe she's a little bit smarter than we gave her credit for, but anyway, the Clayton Bigsby. Anyway, I gotta get out of here. I got dinner. Got a dinner date, so I gotta get up.
Yep, I gotta get some stuff done too, but this was a great show.
It was
a lot of info.
I'm glad it worked out. I was a little nervous because I didn't really have time to put it together the way I usually do for you guys, but I
got you.
We had a good time. Katie really came through and helped me out, and so we always like to bring you guys something good. So anyway, please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, check out our Instagrams. And we got some fun stuff going this week. Things are starting to mellow out in my schedule. So
same.
Yeah. So we're gonna have some fun this week. We'll keep you updated. Until next time though, y'all keep it gangsta out there.
All I said was there's evil afoot. Evil!